and welcome back to my channel. My name is Arielle if you're new, and if you're returning, hey, what's up, what's good? Let me know how you're doing in the comments. But I am doing a thrifting tips video for you guys today, and I'm really excited about this because I've been thrifting for a while now, and I just have gathered a lot of information to make your thrifting trips way better and some things you may not know. So just want to give that knowledge out there. So yeah guys, thank you guys for coming to my video and subscribing to my channel. I am super appreciative of that, and don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on all my social medias: Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. So let's get into the video. So first things first, my first tip before you even go to the thrift store, these are the things you need to do beforehand. So of course you need to eat something, drink some water, be hydrated, and eat a good meal, because you do not want to be hangry at the thrift store. Like, that's not even gonna make you want to shop. And I'm an avid hangry person, and I cannot do anything if I'm hungry. So make sure you eat and drink some water. So I highly suggest that, and also making sure you're wearing a comfortable outfit, maybe an outfit that's tight fitting that you can try on clothes over, because a lot of thrift stores since COVID don't have their fitting rooms open. So that's also a thing to do. And also a part of this first tip is to have some headphones so you can listen to music while you're thrifting, because usually they don't have music. I highly recommend having some headphones so you can listen to the music or listen to your favorite podcast, something like that, to keep you occupied while you're thrifting. So yeah, that's the first tip. So the second tip I have for you guys is to know what kind of thrift store you're going to. I will say I can categorize thrift stores into 4 different categories. The first being a consignment, vintage, luxury type of store, which is very curated, and this type of store is more on the pricier side. So I would tier that as the most expensive type of thrift store. And second would be your Plato's Closet, Buffalo Exchange, Clothes Mentor type of stores. These are very curated. They only buy brand names, so if that's what you're looking for, then go to these types of thrift store. The price is slightly lower than a vintage or consignment store, but it's definitely, you're gonna get brand names, you're gonna get curation. So if that's what you're looking for, then I highly suggest those types of thrift stores. On the third type of thrift store level is the Goodwills, the Savers, the like typical thrift stores, if you will, but these are also still curated. They have categories and they have set prices for different items, like for pants, tops. So if that's what you're looking for, I would suggest to go to there. And the last type of thrift store is more so the unorganized $1, $2 thrift store. It has a lot of variety. There's a lot of stock in those type of thrift stores, and they're the least priced. Personally, for me, I do like to shop at all ranges of thrift stores, but I do not want to pay $20 for something that shouldn't be $20. Like Buffalo Exchange, Plato's Closet, they definitely overprice their stuff, and I'm like, I could go to a regular value thrift store and get something better quality for cheaper price, you know. So kind of just do your research on what thrift stores are around in your area, and it also depends on the demographic of the city you live in. That is gonna depend on what kind of clothing you're gonna find. You know, if you're in a smaller city, it's gonna be different than living in a bigger city like New York. So yeah, just take that into consideration also. Those are the tiers of thrift stores, and I genuinely, most of my thrifting is done at Goodwill or like the lower priced value type of stores that are like $1 to like $5. So yeah, do with that information and kind of see where you want to go. So yeah, that is the second tip. The third tip that I have for you guys, you can also do this before you even go to the thrift store. So I guess I should have listed this as the second tip, but anyways, it's all right. So the third tip I have for you guys is to create a mood board. You can do that on Word, on Canva. I like to do it on Pinterest because it's just easier that way. And I'm going to plug in an example mood board for you guys to show you what it looks like, and it just is inspiration items for what you're looking for in the thrift store, and kind of inspiration items for your style most importantly, and also it kind of just gives you an idea for what you're looking for, so you're not just going through the racks not knowing what you want to get. And it's very important to know like what colors and styles and silhouettes fit well on your body, what look good against your skin tone, things like that that are important to take into consideration when you're going thrifting and even just shopping in general. So also, if you don't want to do a mood board, you can also do like a note section in your phone. I have that as well, of like particular items that you want to look for at the thrift store, and I'm going to show you guys that as well. I can't because I'm filming on my phone, so I can't show you the notes app or my Pinterest board, but I will plug them in here, and so you guys can kind of see an example of what I'm talking about. So yeah, I highly suggest you guys do that. It really helps you out and kind of keeps you in line of what you want to get, and not just get something because it's trendy or like you don't really like it for real, and it's stuck in your closet and you never wear it, and it's like a whole cycle. So yeah, just being more smart with what you're purchasing, and if it really makes you passionate and like excited to wear, then I feel like that's something you should get. But if it's not, girl, just put it back. Just put it back. Just put it back. It's okay. Let somebody else have that, all right? So yeah. So my fourth tip for you guys is you do not have to go through the whole entire thrift store in order to find something. Like if that makes you feel very overwhelmed thrift shopping because it's so much stuff, sometimes it's unorganized, you don't even know what you're looking for, you do not have to go through every single rack. Just choose a category that you're really, and this is what the mood board helps with. If you choose a category that you're really trying to look for example, if you're looking for oversized denim jackets, look in the jacket section only. You do not have to just go through the whole thrift store. That's going to take a lot of time and it can get you very overwhelmed. So easier categories for me to look for is accessories are definitely the easier categories. Accessories, shoes, jackets. I would say those are like the easier categories to look into, but just kind of make sure you know like the mood board. Just make sure you know what's on your mood board, what you're looking for, and you don't have to skim through all of the categories. It can feel very overwhelming and you do not have to put yourself through that. Please don't put yourself through that, okay? It does not have to be a headache. You can just look through, you can skim through. You do not have to look through every single thing if you do not want to. But if you're specifically looking for something, then look through every single item. But yeah, the fifth tip is stay away from fast fashion brands, please. In particular, the fast fashion brands that I'm saying is like the Shein and the Fashion Nova and the Forever 21, those types of fast fashion brands. Like, I know all fast fashion brands aren't good, but I'm not perfect. Like I said, I still do get some fast fashion brands like Zara or Express, but I just want to let you guys know the quality and the circulation of Shein, Fashion Nova, those types of brands, they are not going to last you, literally they don't even last you a few months. Like, and that's why they're at the thrift store, because that's why they're at the thrift store, because people wanted to donate things that like quality isn't good anymore because it's such a low quality cycle. And I just feel like you could do without them, and most of the time they are 100% polyester, not that great of a fabric quality is either. So you don't have to listen to me, but I would suggest you to not look that way. Don't do the fast fashion, okay? Please, just, it's not worth it because it's already worn. First of all, it's already used. It's at the thrift store. And then it's not gonna last that long on you either, because that's just how those brands work. It's only for a short time, short trend cycle that they create all these items, and then they go to the thrift store, and then they go to the landfill, and they can't decompose because they aren't natural fibers, natural fabrics. So that in turn aids to the global warming crisis. And I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole other thing, but I'm just saying it's not the best. That's all I gotta say. You don't gotta listen to me, you don't gotta listen to me, but I don't know. I know a little something. I have a degree in fashion, just saying. I don't know. But yeah, the sixth tip that I have for you guys is to look through the aisles and look for colors, textures. Like I said before, look for colors and silhouettes that make your body look good. Like if you know certain silhouettes, certain necklines, certain shapes do not flatter your body, like stay away from them and kind of look for colors that complement your skin tone, colors that makes you feel good in. And also, most importantly, look at the fabric content, and the fabric content is going to be on the little tag that's inside the garment. So make sure you know good fabric content to look for is 100% cotton, silk, cashmere. A lot of garments aren't fully made from natural fibers, and that's okay as well, even though it's not the best to have man-made fabrics, but most things are man-made fabrics. So just kind of see the fabric. The next tip I have for you guys is the seventh tip, which is sizing. Make sure you know your measurements, and you can even bring a measuring tape with you on a thrift store if you want to know the exact accurate details of the garment versus your measurements when you go. So know your waist, your bust, the length of your leg, the height inseam, and yeah. But also, if there's something that you feel like you could alter, and if it's worth altering, because I've bought things that I would alter, then know if it's worth you altering it or not. And if it's not, just leave it. You know, some things are worth it, some things aren't. So just kind of decipher if it's really worth it to you if you want to alter it. So like I said in the first tip, make sure to have like tight fitting clothes, or clothes that you're easily able to try things on over, because the fitting rooms usually, some aren't open or they might have a long line sizes. But also one thing is the vintage clothing that you do find at the thrift store, the sample size 20 years ago is not the sample size now, so clothing typically is smaller. Your size would be smaller in more vintage clothing, so just take that into account as well. So trying things on will definitely help you out. Number 8, the 8th tip I have for you guys is to be creative. Kind of envision how you would style certain outfits with pieces that you find at the thrift store, like wise words from High Low Lux here on YouTube, and she's also on TikTok. I'm sure you guys all know her, but she said she deciphers if an item is worth it if she knows she can style it 3 different ways. So make sure you're kind of being creative and seeing if that item could be styled different ways, if it's really worth you buying it. Also reference your mood board and kind of see how you can style it. If you're not really comfortable, like if you're not very confident in styling, you can always reference your mood boards and see how they styled a certain piece. And yeah, just be more creative. That's a fun part of the thrift store. You don't have to wear things how they are. You could wear a top as a skirt, pants as a jacket. You could do anything. So just be creative and think out of the box when you're looking at items. So yeah, y'all, just be creative. So the ninth tip that I have for you guys is the end of the trip. You're done thrifting, you have all of these items in your cart, and you're like, what do I do next? Like, do I really want these items or do I not? So look through every single item you have in your cart, decide if you can either style this item 3 different ways, does the item actually really genuinely excited to wear? Like, are you passionate about the item? I know it sounds so crazy, like, am I passionate about clothes? I mean, I am. So I'm passionate about the things that I find and the things that I wear. So I just feel like it's an important factor to take into account when you're at the end of your thrift trip, and you got to figure out, do I really like this, or did I just like this in the moment when I saw it, and now it's like not really giving me any type of excitement anymore? You know what I mean? So make sure you do that, decide if it's worth it, if it's not, so you really know what you're buying. Don't try to make things work if you really feel like it's not gonna work. You know what I mean? Like, because in the end you end up buying it and then it's in your closet and you're like, wow, I never even wore that. You know what I mean? So just take that into account, and that is the 9th tip I have for you guys. So you guys, the 10th tip, the last and final tip I have for you guys, is honestly self-explanatory, but you know, some people don't wash their clothes. So I'm sorry, I am judging you if you don't wash your clothes after the thrift store. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. You don't wash your clothes for it's giving about anyways. Care, please pay attention to the garment tags that are inside the clothes. Make sure you look at those and see how you're supposed to wash the clothing, because a lot of vintage and older clothing can be very delicate. So you want to pay attention to see if it's supposed to be dry clean. And listen, I don't dry clean all of my clothes because it's expensive, and also some washing machines have a delicate or dry clean option, so that's just what I do. Or you can hand wash it if you really wanted to. But yeah, just pay attention to the tags. Please wash your clothes, y'all. If y'all don't, please wash them clothes. Please sanitize them, everything. So for clothes, I just use regular detergent, and then I use this sanitizer. So this is the Clorox laundry sanitizer. Go ahead and take a screenshot, write it in your notes. So this I use for all my thrifted clothing. It removes 99% of the bacteria, and I believe Lysol also has a laundry sanitizer, which I've used also. So they both work great. So I highly suggest you guys get that for your thrifted clothing, just to give you an extra, you know, an extra clean feeling it gives me. And also I use fabric softener. So yeah, that is the last tip that I have. Also, you guys, I'm sorry that I'm kind of low energy in some parts of the video. I am really trying to get content out and be more consistent on all of my platforms, so just bear with me. I am just a little bit going through it, but I will be better. And also, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, commenting, and all of that. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that it was helpful advice, helpful tips that you can take into your next thrift shopping experience. I really hope they help. Write this down in your notes so you can have it forever to just reference. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos. Let me know what you want to see from me, what you like to see from me. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on social media. And I really appreciate it. I really do. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.